Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to some more replays. Today, just like yesterday, we watched some E3 replays. I had a few E3 replays, so why not put it as a replay video itself. Today we have the Grille. The Grille is, if one of my favourite tier 10 TDs in the game, just like the E3. I probably prefer the Grille, even though it's got no armour. It's just a different play style, and there are so many ways that you can play this tank. Today mainly we are going to camp. We're going to camp, or we're not going to camp. We're going to watch some camping, and a lot of people rage at campers, and they do have some sometimes they can be right, but sometimes they can be wrong, and all they see is they don't see the damage that the guys are doing in when they are camping. Now, if you're doing damage, then I personally don't call it camping. I call it being an effective sniper. You're a Grille. You're a Grille. You have no armor. You have great accuracy. You've got a great gun in general. So why not play it from the back? Why risk taking hit points? Because people are just going to load up the HE and they can kill you in 2 shots. Unless you are in an FV4005, you can clear the Grille with what, in 4.4 seconds. If you have the adrenaline thing with the quicker reload for the intra clip, you can clear him in a clip. If you're in a Foch 155, you can clear him in 2 shots in 7.1 seconds. So it's nothing to be ashamed of when there is someone camping. Sometimes you need to camp if the enemies have got big guns. Obviously you don't want to be in line of that big gun, because I say it all the time, if there's 5 or 6 tanks all in a row, you're the one that's going to get shot because you're a juicy target. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. So the first couple of games we are going to watch, we're going to watch QQ here, and mainly it's a sniping. It's sniping, but it pays off, and it's not like he's not doing damage. If you've got no shots, if you've got literally no shots and you're just sat at the back of the map, just sitting there waiting for shots, then yes, you can moan a little bit, I suppose. But if you're doing damage, then there's nothing wrong with sitting at the back doing damage. He does get unlucky with the bounce there on the E100, but he's going for it. Again, he has shots, and he's waiting for them shots, and he is going to take out the Object 268. So he brings it down to a 3-on-4. And again, people who are dead now, they don't in this game, but people who are dead will look at this Grille and think, report Grille camping. Look, he's doing the damage. He's doing the damage. 2.5k damage almost, and he's got a kill. And there's 3 tanks left alive. However, his Waffle and his E5 are both very, very low hit points, and they're not going to last very long. And the E100 is low hit points. There is another 2 tanks that are almost full hit points, which is a Badger and a Death Star. And when you're now on 1000 hit points, you do not want to find a Death Star. So if you're spotted, you do not want to find a Death Star because you're dead. The Badger, okay, you can take 1, maybe possibly 2 shots, but a Death Star, unless he doesn't shoot HE, or unless he low rolls, then you're a 1 shot. So at the moment, with it being a 2 versus 2, and there we go, his teammate has now died, so it is now a 1 versus 2. There's still 2.5 minutes left on the clock. So when you're alone, and again, I don't blame him for sitting in this position waiting. Why would you go and find? And in the end, it pays off because he spots the Death Star without getting spotted. And when he takes the shot, he can then just move forward and take cover. And now he knows exactly where the Death Star is. And he gets the second shot there, and he's taken 2 shots on that Death Star without getting shot in return. So he's actually played it really, really good. He's on 3.5k damage. He's bring the Death Star. If he can get a high roll here, unfortunately he does bounce that. That was a troll bounce, very troll bounce. But he's just going to wait. The Death Star doesn't seem too good of a player. Maybe, I don't know, he might be a good player. Might not. But he is going to high roll, and he is going to take the Death Star out. Perfect timing, because he now spots the Badger, who is full hit points. And this Rock is his best friend. This Rock is going to wait. He is going to get a shot again without getting shot. So he was on 1068 hit points against a full health Badger and a full health Death Star. he's going to end on 1068 HP. He's not going to take any damage. So you can't turn around and say he camped to win. Yes, he did camp to win, but he would be an effective sniper. He had shots. He was taking them shots from distance. Why would you, in a Grille, want to take a shot from 5 yards or 5 meters when you can take a shot from 50 meters or 100 meters? It's if you're in a Grille, you're going to want to take that shot as far away as possible because you've got no armor. Now, this is what I love about the Grille, because the gun is just absolutely amazing on this tank. It really is good. The accuracy is great. The penetration, everything about the gun and about the tank is good, obviously, except for the armor. But that's what I love about the tank. You can play it supporting mediums because it's so quick. You can play it as a TD sitting at the back sniping because the accuracy is so good. You can flank around, you can run around because the speed is so good. It's just an all-round fantastic tank. And when you're in positions like this, take a shot, move behind a building, wait to reload, and it absolutely is a fantastic tank. And I love the way that QQ plays it here. He didn't want to take any chances. He ends on a 1 versus 2 and he didn't lose any hit points. 6,000 damage, not the greatest damage in the world, and that, to be honest, I think that is quite a low ace. 1372 base XP. But he took all of his shots for granted. He made all of his shots count. Next up, we're going to watch Bomber Fighter. Now, there's going to be a little bit of rage in this. There is going to be a little bit of rage from his team and him. I don't agree with it, and actually I'm quite disappointed because in his team we do have a platoon of Alba, who are great friends of mine. So I was disappointed with them, and I do know the clan leader very, very well. He's actually a patron of mine, and they are a fantastic clan. Now, first up, Moron with the Centurion. Okay, yes, he tried rushing the hill. He tried rushing the hill. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people rush the hill. If you can make it up the hill, it can be a game changer. But unfortunately for the Centurion, it didn't pay off for him, and he got absolutely wrecked. But let's forget about that one. Wow, new percent. So from Outback there. So we're going to forget about that one for now. That is one tank down. Now, this tank on mines, it's okay. I don't really. I mean, he's going to sit there, and if I'm honest, he's not going to move all battle. The very end, right at the end for the very last shot, that is when the only time he makes a move. But again, he has some shots, and he's taken his shots. He's not. He misses some, but he's still doing damage, and that is what you've got to remember. If there's a tank at the back and he's doing damage, then why would he want to move? There's no reason for you to move if you're doing damage. You want to be as far away from the enemy as you possibly can. Gets a nice shot there on the mouse, but he does take a nasty 2 shots in return. So now he does have to be very careful because he is a 1 shot to a couple of those TDs. So there's 1 tank down each. There's 1 tank down each. The problem with mines in these TD spots is yes, it is a TD spot, but as soon as you shoot, you're normally spotted because a lot of the tanks go back the medium in the middle of the hill, and if they're there, they usually spot you if you've shot. So he does now need to be careful because he's got a couple of tanks to his left that the Object 268 just he's getting shot, but it's just like he doesn't care. And now he does have to be careful because he's 100% going to get spotted as soon as he comes up past the rock. But it is a standard B, which is a nice juicy HE target if he can get the shot off. Luckily the standard B isn't looking. 1217 HP. He puts him on fire and he clears him. Very nice shot. So he hasn't moved from this spot, only backwards and forwards, and he's still on 4,300 damage, which is very, very good in 1 spot. So again, why would you want to move if you're doing damage? You wouldn't. It'll be stupid and it'll be suicide if he moves, because the tanks, where's he going to move to? In the middle, so he gets wrecked from these tanks to the right, or is he going to go left? Or is he going to go right? Then he can get shot from the T57 and the Object 268. This is the best place for him at the moment. So people will complain about it, and no doubt in the comments people will complain about it, as they always do, but I honestly don't have a problem with it. As long as they're being effective and as long as they're doing the damage, then it's absolutely fine to be a sniper. because this is what the tank can do. And this is where the tank is really, really good. And if he gets rushed from the right, then he has the speed to run away. So at the moment, he's on 5,400 damage. He is going to go for a blind shot there. That was where the T-57 was last spotted, which again, he's got no other shots, so why not try it? The T-57 pretty much hasn't moved all battle either, so why not try it, the blind shot? So it is now 3 versus 4. He's going to try and get that shot on the pattern. The pattern's got very, very strong turret. I would have probably tried HE in him there, but he did try the heat. He's still got the heat loaded, and luckily he does clear the T-57 without getting shot. And this is where the guys start raging in chat, which I don't agree with. There's no need to do it. Just because your team are not so skilled as you, just be quiet. Be quiet. Don't rage, and just, I mean, IS-7 report. Yes, the IS-7 is bad. He is a bad player, I'm not going to lie, but he's still alive. He's still alive, and effectively, he's going to help win the game. And you don't always have to do damage to help win the game. You just have to be there. And this is what the IS-7 is doing. So even though everyone is raging at the IS-7, and he's still effective, he's still there. That was a lovely shot, I do admit. That was a lovely shot by Bomber there. So Bomber's now a one shot against 2 tanks. If the IS-7 wasn't there and he was dead, there is no way he would win this game. There is just no way in hell he would win this game. So even though everyone is raging at the IS-7, at least he's still alive. At least he's got the hit points, and he can, the Grille Bomber can use those hit points for him. And the IS-7 is not like he's in a corner. He's right in the middle of where the 2 tanks are. So he's now taking the attention of the Object 268. So that means Bomber can take the kill, and it now just leaves the ST on a one shot, and he's going to be able to come behind him. And again, if the IS-7 wasn't there, he wouldn't have his rear to him. So very well played, Bomber. Yes, the IS-7 wasn't the greatest player, but it helped you win the game, and that is for your team as well. 7,200 damage, 1,561. I mean, look at that, 495 damage there from the IS-7, which is only like 1.5 shots. But he stayed alive, he took the attention of the team, and no doubt he helped the team win just by staying alive. Next up, we have Distinctive Noob, and I think it's a Distinctive Noob. And again, it's gonna play it a little bit different, this game. And unlike the other 2 games, you don't always have to camp in a Grille. At the start of the game, I would definitely recommend camping until you at least know where the enemy team is. And when you get a good picture of the game, where the enemy are, is there everyone to the left, is there some to the left, some to the right, then you can make a decision up as to where you're going to go and what you're going to do, and if it's best to stay in this position. So that is exactly what he's doing. He's being very patient, and he's waiting for his team to spot the enemy team, which they do. Most of his team have gone left, and one teammate has gone in the middle. So he's on his own, and he probably isn't going to last too long. And he's just going to wait. He's going to wait, and being patient is going to pay off. Now, the T-54 was about to poke out, decided not to, but then he decided to poke out, and he gets absolutely wasted. And now he is a one shot. So Distinctive's again going to wait. There's no reason for him at the moment to start pushing forward. He had some shots. He has his team there. So by the time he gets there, most of the medium tanks that are there will have been shot already. And he's always looking around, and as soon as he realizes that he's got absolutely nothing, he is going to make the move. Now, the Batchat on his team is dead. He's now going to push forward. He's going to get the shot on the T-62, clearing him. Now was a perfect time to move. Now, because there's 2 tanks behind a Death Star, and I love what he does here. He's going to use the HE. There's only a tiny bit he can pen on the back of that Death Star, and he does exactly that. Over 1,000 damage done to the Death Star, and the E-100 does take him out before he gets killed himself. And again, he's going to wait. He is reloaded. He's not spotted. He's going to wait for a shot there on the IS-4, and as soon as he's spotted, he is now going to use the speed of this tank to get the hell out of there. Now, he knows that there is a T-30 up there. The biggest problem with this game at the moment is someone's capping. Someone's capping, and his team are all together, and it looks like no one really wants to move. So no one really wants to go for the cap, and the cap just starts building up and building up, and it's going to come to the point where Distinctive thinks, you know what, I'm in a grill and I've got to go and reset the freaking cap because no one else bloody wants to. So, but at the moment there's still plenty of time left. He's going to try and take care of the T30. Now, I would have maybe done it a bit different. He knew the T30 was on his own, and so he rushed up towards him. I would have stayed around that area where he got that shot on the IS-4, because the IS-4 is a good tank to clear, and he's close to the cap. He's not too far away from the cap. But now, as you can see, there's 4 against 3, 70 cap points. No one wants to know where the cap is. No one wants to know about the cap. So he's the only person. And unfortunately for him, on his way, he does get spotted from the E100, and he does take a shot. Now that is going to prove to be absolutely vital later on in the battle. So 90, 91, he's got to get there, and perfect rush, perfect timing, and just watch this. This is absolutely hilarious. A missed shot there from the Jaegeru. The Jaegeru is going to bitch. He's gonna absolutely bitch. Now, Waffle is now dead. He is alone against 3. He was very brave to stay where he is, and just watch this, backwards, forwards, and the Jaegeru misses his shot. He misses his shot. How can you miss from there? I don't know, but Distinctive only has to take an HE shot to clear him. So he's on now 5,000 damage, and he's alone against 2. And again, fuck you, Grille. That's not the only thing the Jaegeru's gonna say. Unfortunately, he gets shot. Die in real life. Look at this. Laugh out loud. It's absolutely hilarious. And he actually says die of cancer or something like that in a minute. So if Wargaming are actually watching this, just ban that player. There is no room in Blitz for this kind of behavior. So just ban him. Don't give him his account back. He deserves to be punished, because I don't recommend that. I mean, I like people raging against me. I think it's absolutely funny. Tomorrow you will die of blah blah blah. I'm assuming he says cancer, but there is no time in that for Blitz. It's unnecessary. Just because you was a noob and wanted to cap out, it's your problem. So he does take a shot from the E100, and he's now, the IS-4 is on a reload, and what he does here is absolutely perfect. He knows the E100 is on a reload, so he goes for the IS-4, and that allows him now to get onto this bridge and get out the way from the E100, who is just going to miss his shot, which allows him to get another shot off. Now, when I was watching this, I was thinking, you know what, he can absolutely win this. 4 kills. He is a one-shot. Now, the E100 isn't the greatest player, and no one wanted to shoot him with HE. So he should have been dead a long time ago. Unfortunately, misses this shot now. I don't know what this guy's highest ever damage is, but he's on 7,500 damage. One more shot will push him past 8,000 damage. As soon as the E100 comes, he bounces. He bounces. What a stupid time to bounce. 7,500 damage. Unfortunately, he does lose. But look at this, guys. The E100, 45% with 800 average damage, and he absolutely done very well. So it's not just about win rate. Even bad players can have good games. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Meadsy69, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.